supposed to approve the emoluments for the executive sector and others. Why don't we just leave it to the board to do that? Because I believe that this institution will be a money-spinning venture. Don't you think that that may also affect the smooth running of this organization if at all the Emolument Commission will be approving what is supposed to be the salary and the other conditions of service for the executive director and the other staff? Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. Honorable Tang.
Yes, just a quick one, Chair. Agriculture credits and warehouse. The part 4, the electronic warehouse receipts. It says 21 says the authority shall establish and maintain an electronic warehouse receipt in which all warehouse receipt issued by a warehouse operator in accordance with this act, contracts of advance and agriculture charges shall be recorded. Now, I just wanted to find out whether you've taken into consideration places like rural places like Manyinga, Kabompo, where we seem to have serious network challenges. There's no connectivity. So I don't know how this will be applied to people that are going to do business in places where there's no internet connectivity.
Thank you, Minister of Justice. You can take those 3.
Thank you very much, Honorable Chair, on those questions. I'll take the issue to do with the electronic warehouse receipt system. What the bill, the Ministry of Agriculture will elaborate more on what I'll miss, but what the bill intends to do is to align with international best practices, because currently when you look at the legislation, it has the issuance of physical warehouse receipts system, but it doesn't have electronic. So they're not taking away the physical, they're just broadening it to align with international best practice where they're introducing electronic as well. But it doesn't mean that the physical one will not apply. So they just want to have a database of all issued electronic warehouse receipts to be the database to be stored in this system. So it's just aligning with best practice. And then on the other question, Honorable Chair, the one to do with the time frame. When you look at clause 9 of the bill, that's the agriculture credits. 9.4 reads, the authority shall within 30 days of receipt of an application referred to under subsection 1 grant or reject the application. So they've actually set out the time frame within which the application will be considered. Again, Chair, the ministry will elaborate on why the time frame, why they went for the 30 days. On our end as Minister of Justice, the client would explain that there are certain issues that they need to consider depending on different applications. So that's what normally informs the time frame I submit, Chair, on the 2 questions. Thank you.
So the last one was on the Emoluments Commission being the final determiner of the emolument or of emoluments for the Executive Secretary. So the Emoluments Commission is a creature of the Constitution. It was established by the Constitution to rationalize emoluments across all public bodies. So as long as an institution is a public body and its emoluments are a charge on the consolidated fund, it's a preserve of the Emoluments Commission to determine. So the board would then recommend what they think is reasonable for an executive director or a secretary to the Emoluments Commission. Then the Emoluments Commission will benchmark against similar public bodies then to come up with a final determination. We cannot derogate from this because it is mandated by the Constitution, Honorable. I submit.
Thank you. The agriculture credits and warehouse receipts, clause 12, validity of license is 3 years. It's clear 3 years. But on the agriculture marketing bill, clause 14, validity of the certificate, is it also 3 years? And then the other one, the agriculture marketing bill, being a new bill now, bill number 33 of 2025, What measures have you put in place to ensure that the bill does not infringe on the rights of individuals' privacy? And how long does the transfer of certificate take to be approved or rejected by the Council under Clause 18 of the Agricultural Marketing Bill? Yes, Minister of Justice. Yeah.
So in terms of your question, Honorable Chair, in terms of infringing on the rights of the people regulated under this Act. So this Act has really taken a transparent approach. If you look at Clause 23, the people that are regulated have not been left out. So every decision made under this bill will be made after consultations with the relevant people affected. Yes, Honorable Chair. And so in terms of transfer, which is Clause 18,
yes.
So it does provide that you may apply with the approval of the council. Okay, so then your question is what is the time frame?
Yes.
So we have an anchor provision, Honorable Chair, under the regulations, that is Clause 37. So it for all the other procedures in terms of relating, that the ones that are relating to applications, that we have not put timelines. The responsible agency will provide for the timelines under Clause 37(2)(a), because it then gives them the leverage to then provide for the procedure and manner of application. So it will be broadened under that. All we needed to capture is to tell the people that you will not transfer without approval.
Yes, and the validity of certificates. The other one is explicitly clear that the agricultural credits and warehouse receipts is 3 years. And then, the other one, the agricultural marketing bill. Is it also 3 years?
Yes, Honorable Chair. So 14.1 says a certificate issued under this Act shall be valid for a period of 3 years.
So it's 3 years, 3 years.
Yes, Honorable Chair.
All right. Yes, Honorable Mtachar. Then Honorable Mwemba.
I think, Chair, I think I just wanted clarification, Chair. That is on the agriculture marketing bill. That is Clause 10. That is Part 4. It says, a person shall not engage in agricultural marketing or act as a market player unless that person is registered in accordance with this Act. 2. A person who contravenes subsection 1 commits an offense. Then 12(a), a person intends to engage in agricultural marketing or act as a market player shall apply to the council for registration. So I wanted to know if this board now is put in place, does it mean that an individual who wants to involve in marketing cannot take part unless that person applies to, it will prohibit anyone apart from just this marketing board to do marketing unless someone is registered, and if you don't do that then there will be penalties. I wanted clarification on this one. Want it not to stifle the private sector participation.
Honorable Member.
Thank you, Chair. On the Zambia Agricultural Marketing Bill, Clause 3, the clause establishes the Zambia Agriculture Marketing Council as a body, corporate with perpetual succession and a common seal, capable of suing and being sued in its corporate name. What will be the composition of this council?
Thank you very much. Minister of Justice, you can take those 3.
Thank you very much, Honorable Chair. In terms of the question on the prohibition not to engage in markets and in marketing unless you are registered. So for every bill, you notice that when it is trying to achieve something, it will put a prohibition. So in terms of agriculture, they've then noticed that they do not adequately capture the relevant data that they need in terms of pricing, and which invariably impacts volatility of pricing. So the way they've decided to do it is to bring all market players under one ambit, because if you notice, the provisions are interrelated. So if you are registered to engage in agricultural marketing, that's how this system will work, because we have the Agricultural Marketing Observatory, where all these registered are mandated to provide information. So there will be no way of mandating them to provide the relevant information if they're just scattered out there. But then it means, that's why they've put a non-application clause, because they realize that marketing is in stages. So they will look at a threshold of who to capture. It will not include everybody. But for purposes of those who are in the commercial space in terms of agriculture, and because they go to the roots of how an efficient agricultural marketing system operates, these ones need to be captured in their database for the system to work well. I submit, Honorable Chair. And then for purposes of the penalty, there's no way they would mandate me to walk to them if they don't force me by compliance. So I only refrain from doing that if there's a penalty attached to it, Honorable Member. I submit.
Thank you. Is Honorable Member's question taken care?
Or in terms of the composition?
I can take it. Just to answer the last question, in terms of the composition of the council, so when you look at what clause 3 is saying in the bill, it's establishing the institution itself. So with the institution, you won't see it, the bill doesn't go to talk about the composition of the institution. It's just that institution that's at the apex. But the composition, you see it when you talk about the board of the council, because this is now the institution that will, or the structure that will make policy decisions on behalf of the institution. So 3 is just establishing the institution, and then the composition now is the board of this institution.
Thank you. Yes, Honorable Chair.
Yes, Chair. A quick one. I'll take you back to the food reserve bill. I wanted to find out if this bill does actually take care of issues to do with commodity exchange, because as far as I'm concerned, I know that we had a commodity exchange group that was actually dealing with it. I want to find out if this bill does actually take consideration of that issue that I've raised.
Thank you. Applications also are under the Director General. One wants to apply for a license or suspension of a license, or what? Is there specific officers who are supposed to deal with the issues of inspection, for display of certificates, or transfer of certificates, or any other? Is there some specific officer by name, or is it the agriculture, what you call it, what, the Agricultural Market Observatory Unit? Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. I'll take the first question. So regarding the commodity exchange platform, you notice that under the FRA bill, commodity exchange has been defined in cross-reference to the agricultural marketing, agricultural credits and warehouse receipts. Then you also notice that under clause 20, that speaks to sale of designated agricultural commodity, the agency is mandated to sell these agricultural commodities through public auction or commodity exchange. I submit.
Thank you. Any specific officer to deal with the issues I raised?
So for purposes of applications, it is been stated that a person who intends to apply shall apply to the council. So the board is the council, but they will have administrative arrangements within the council on who receives applications. But for purposes of enforcement, if you notice what the clause that establishes the inspectorate under clause, sorry, Honorable Chair, under clause 25, it says that the council shall appoint suitably qualified persons as inspectors. So it has an inspectorate.
Okay.
And then they are issued with identity cards. So when they go to enforce, it will show an inspector, the name, and it requires that if you go to a person, you need to show that as proof of your appointment as inspector. So we don't know, but there will be various of them. So and then they will be appointed. It will state that these persons have been appointed as enforcers under the Agriculture Marketing Act. I submit, Honorable Chair.
And on the agriculture commodity exchange, Honorable Tarengwa is not very clear. Maybe you can repeat the response to his concern.
So with regards to commodity exchange, under the FRA bill, commodity exchange has been defined in cross-reference to the Agricultural Credits and Warehousing Bill. Then further, the bill has provided for commodity exchange when it comes to purchase of agricultural commodities and sale of agricultural commodities. So the agency is mandated to purchase these designated agricultural commodities through a commodity exchange. With regards sale as well, they are mandated to sell the agricultural commodities through the commodity exchange. I submit.
Thank you very much. Any other clarity, questions or concerns, honorable members? Are we done? Honorable Malama, do you need to ask a question? Oh, it's fine. Thank you so much, Ministry of Justice. At the beginning of your overview of submission, we had conferred you with immunity under Cap 12 of the laws of Zambia. It is my honor and privilege to remove this immunity so that you just remain as Ministry of Justice. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Thank you.
Thank you so much for watching Parliament TV. My name is Muyunda Katamajo and my sign language interpreter is Chola Kawama. Now that was a committee on agriculture, lands and natural resources which was considering 3 bills. These are the Food Reserve National Assembly Bill number 33 of 2025 as well as the Agriculture Credit and Warehouse Receipts National Assembly Bill number 34 of 2025 under the Agriculture Marketing Bill, National Assembly Bill number 35 of 2025. Now to start with the Food Reserve National Assembly Bill number 33 of 2025 seeks to continue the existence of the Food Reserve Agency and redefine its functions, reconstitute the board over the agency and redefine its function, continue the existence of the National Strategic Food Reserve, ensure national food security by maintaining sufficient levels of designed agricultural commodities to respond and provide food relief during emergencies of market and economic shocks. The other objective is to provide for the power of the Minister of Market and Economic Shocks, provide for the power of the Minister rather to designate agricultural commodities. And then we come to the other bill, which is the Agriculture Credits and Warehouse Receipts, National Assembly Bill number 34 of 2025. The bill seeks to continue the existence of the Warehouse Licensing Authority and redefine its function, reconstitute the board of the Warehouse Licensing Authority and redefine its functions, establish the electronic warehouse receipt system and provide its management, regulate warehouses that issue warehouse receipts in the Republic, provide for the rights and obligations of warehouse operations, depositors of agricultural commodities, holders of warehouse receipts, holders of agricultural and agricultural charges as security for agricultural commodities, Commodities rather, appeal replace the Agriculture Credits Act Cap 224 and provide for matters connected to or incidental to the ongoing. The last one is the Agricultural Marketing National Assembly Bill number 35 of 2025. The bill seeks to establish the Zambia Agricultural Marketing Council and define its functions, regulate and support agricultural markets, promote and efficient private sector-driven agricultural marketing system, establish the Agricultural Marketing Observatory unit to manage data and information on agriculture products and markets, facilitate access to agricultural markets, promote the competitiveness of agriculture products and services in the domestic, regional and international markets, establish a framework for intervention measures relating to agricultural product and provide for matters connected with or incidental to the foregoing. So those are the 3 bills which were being considered by the committee. We might take you to the Public Accounts Committee, which is considering the report over the Auditor General on the accounts of the Republic for the financial year ended 31st December 2024. Right now, we urge you to stay glued to Parliament TV. Good morning.